This is what we've been waiting for, guys. The ET Max in person. Pre-ordered in January. Now it's April 20th. We're finally getting here. I'm just gonna do a super chill unboxing. Shout outs to Liam at UC Underground for getting me this wheel. Fantastic service. I couldn't be happier with this purchase. At least I haven't ridden it yet, obviously, but Liam was great. Okay, it looks like got stickers, UC Underground stickers in the packaging information. Repping the UC Underground. Although I am wearing an Alien Ride shirt, so oh well. I do also have the Roger Charger V4 supercharger, 20 amp, 170 volt. Okay, so first opening this wheel. See if I can tilt this to show you guys. We're opening the box here. We have these Velcro strips. I'll set that aside for now. Spec sheet, certificate of compliance. Got actually this is higher quality metal than the hex wrench that has come with previous Begode wheels. And then I don't know what this rod is for. It looks like a straw. I'll set that aside too. Get these out of the way. Okay, here we go. Oh baby, oh baby. Okay. You open it up, and immediately you get a look at this wheel. Oh yeah. Okay, I will be flipping this on its side so I don't have to lift it up, but first, we do have the supercharger coming, like I said, but got the stock charger, which is, it should be said, it's a 5 amp charger. So if you're looking to get the ET Max and you're not sure whether you're going to want to buy a fast charger or not, if you don't already have one, the stock charger, 5 amps instead of the 3 amps that Begode's been putting in their wheels for a while, so that's pretty good. That is much appreciated. Okay, then we've got some of the power pads with Velcro pre-attached, which is nice. It's definitely a different material. I've got the Master. This is a different material on this pad than on those ones. It's still pretty hard, so I'll definitely at least be using this for a second, test them out, and they look super nice. Look at that. Alright, so now that I'm actually looking at this closer, it is actually a box inside of a box, so I like that. It's very nice. Yeah, I have no desire to do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to close this back up, open it from the bottom, or pull the box off at the top. This is a great trick if you're newer to ECs and you're starting to get into heavier ones. Don't try and lift it out of the top of the box. You're just going to kill your back. Cut open the bottom like this. inside box actually has a ton of tape on it. Okay. Yeah, cut open the bottom of the box like this, and then you're gonna leave this part sitting down so that you can just lift the box off of the wheel itself. So, go like this. Stand it back upright. And done everything properly. Get the rest of the pads out of here. Should be able to just lift the box off of the wheel. Like that. There you go. Whew. Our first look at the ET Max. Oh man. Okay, first impressions. This looks very high quality. This is all metal on the sides here. This is metal. This is engineering plastic, so that's going to be able to take a pretty solid beating. You've got this massive motor wire. It's wish they'd maybe used a heat gun on it or something, but it looks like at least that'll be waterproof. So okay, let's get this open. Oh yeah, the grab handle feels very nice. Oh yeah. Tire looks a lot thinner in person than it does on other people's videos. Let me lay this down really quick. And the tires, I think it's a 90 by 90. Let's see. Yeah, 90 by 90 by 14. So it's 3.5 basically inches wide. So yeah, it looks like a thinner tire in person than it does on the videos that I've seen. So okay, wow. Yeah, my impression right now is just quality. Okay, wow. This is a solid hunk of machinery. So apparently this wheel is 110 pounds. Let me grab a scale and we'll check to see what it actually is in real life before I put the pads on. And then I'll weigh it again actually after I put that on. Okay, stick this on. Black handle feels pretty good. Okay. Okay, so we got the ET Max on the scale here, and it's reading 107.18 pounds. Let me throw the pads on. I mean, I'll put the pads on. I actually put the pads on later, but we're not just going to throw them on here. Okay, so total weight with the pads is 110 pounds and, or 110.76 pounds total. So there you have it. The ET Max is a pretty heavy wheel. Honestly though, this is just my experience coming from riding the Master for the past year and a half. This is just so much easier to lift than the Master that it doesn't, at least just not riding aside, just lifting it, this doesn't actually feel that heavy because it's got such good grip points. So I can just throw this around. I mean, it's a little more awkward when you're trying to like walk around, but not too bad. Kickstand is more of I'm not even sure what that is actually. It's not the same kind of plastic that's on the front. It's a different kind. And then the very back part is metal. But it's pretty stable. You can give this some solid shakes, and it'll stay upright. So that's awesome. We got a working kickstand. Okay, other first impressions. This metal mud guard seems like it'll probably rattle quite a bit. So probably be looking to take that off. Pedals actually don't fold all the way up flush with the wheel, which is interesting. That's fine. Got some these bumpers on the front. From pictures, I wasn't sure if it was metal or plastic. Looks like they are indeed metal. So another first impressions, the headlight is actually tucked underneath, back inside here, and it's also got a metal frame around those LEDs, so it should be pretty strong, and it shouldn't actually get hit in the event of a crash. It's pretty good. You got the charge port under there, which is also totally protected, and the beeper. I was a little worried seeing that the beeper was going to be underneath. I don't know if you can see that from this angle. It's tucked right down in here. But it seems like there's kind of a little cavity that it sits in. So hopefully that won't come loose over time, and it should be pretty easy to put back in place if it does. So, okay, well, let's get this thing out of transport mode and turned on. Buttons on this are a little hard to find. They're not the larger, like silver Begode buttons that they used for a long time. There's these really two small buttons right under here, so that's what we're looking at. Okay, got it on. It's like it shipped in race mode. I don't know if you can hear this. Okay, so I went ahead and I updated the firmware. You are going to want to update the firmware for your ET Max if you're getting one right now. When they were shipped, they were on 26001, and now you want them to be on 26002. It fixes a number of issues, and then there's also a BMS update that you definitely want to do, and that's what's going to enable you to do the 20 amp charging that this wheel is capable of. Which is, if you do want a fast charge, you definitely need that capability, since you've only got the one charge port on here, so you can't get 10 amps going on two different charge ports. So, okay, so I also put it in off-road mode. It's almost as loud in off-road mode as it is in racing mode, so you get the satisfying moment of peeling this piece of plastic off the screen, if I can find the edge of it. So I'm going to have to lift up the handle. There we go. I'll get in close. You guys can enjoy. Ooh, baby, look at that screen. Nice. Okay, while we're here, let's take a look at this handle. So, yeah, for context, now that I've got the wheel on, I am 5'9", 145 pounds, like 155, 160 when I'm geared up. So this is how tall the wheel is. If I'm standing on it, I've probably got 2 inches of clearance under my crotch. And so this is a very tall wheel. It's not super wide though, so you barely even need the handle, honestly. If I were to just be reaching down, you can see that I can actually just barely crouching hold on to the front handle like that. So, but this does feel stable, secure. Has multiple grips too, so I guess still feels best to use the top one, but feels pretty good actually, wheeling it around. It's not as unwieldy as it looks. It's definitely better than some others in this style, like maybe like the V12 that has the handle that pops up. This one's definitely better feeling than that. It's very solid. The only issue is it kind of sticks up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but putting it back down, there's nothing that actually like clips it into place. I feel like that's going to be an aftermarket adjustment that most people are going to want to make on the ET Max or something that hopefully will come with fairing sets from Grizzly or Clark pads, is some way to make this handle usable still, but then be able to clip it all the way down so you don't get just this little bit of play. It probably sticks up like half a centimeter, so it's not big. If I'm sitting on the wheel, then it's not noticeable, but I imagine this might make some noise while you're riding. But okay, yeah, first impressions. This wheel is gorgeous and functional. Although it's heavy, wheeling it around and such, it seems incredibly well balanced. Okay, it's getting very hot in the sun, so I am here in my garage now. But that does actually let you see the rear tail light. It's very nice. It's subtle, but it is, even in midday, just going into my garage where it's a little bit darker, it's very clearly able to be seen. So that's cool. So I'm going to put the power pads on this and take it for a ride. So I've heard that the Velcro that comes with this wheel is not actually very good and doesn't work for very long. I'm going to try it just to see if I have better luck than everybody else. I'm mostly going to be trying it out though because it does have these cutouts for all of the screws, so that you can still, so that if you ever need to, take this wheel apart for replacing the tire or anything like that, that you aren't going to be ruining your Velcro setup every time. It is nice with this Velcro that you can kind of just peel it from anywhere. It's not like a lot of Velcro that the hardest part is getting it off of the paper before you're sticking it on something else. I just need to figure out where various things go. One thing I'm also noticing while I'm just looking at the wheel from this angle, you've got a lot of extra screw holes and lots of different sizes as well. So this is going to be a really easy wheel to put stuff on, like fairing kits and stuff. Got 7 or 6 small holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 large ones. So it's very nice for modification, DIY stuff. Okay, so for anybody who's getting the ET Max and is going to be using the stock Velcro, which actually I'm trying it, and I think it'll be really good. So they send you 5 strips of Velcro, which is a little confusing. This is the only one that doesn't have screw cut out. It's actually already perforated and cut down the middle, so that's awesome. Props to Begode for thinking of little things like this. This wheel seems really quality, and just little things like this show that they put a lot of attention into this wheel to give us Velcro that's super easy to apply, that has cutouts, holes for screws and stuff already. Shout outs to Begode. In Begode we trust. now that I've got this Velcro set up, I'm gonna get the pads in the right spots. Hey guys, I am back with the ET Max. I realized as I was editing my unboxing video that I didn't actually show myself putting the pads on or what it looked like afterwards. So this is it. This is the ET Max. I'll lower this a little bit so you guys can see it on my camera. Hopefully you can see this well. I know the lighting isn't great, but yeah, I've gotten for a ride now. The pads are, as expected, they're a little hard, but with my riding gear on, I think they're fine. They're pretty good. They actually have pretty nice angles, and they're fairly wide, so you can get really nice leverage on them, both for accelerating and for braking. I was worried that this back pad, it doesn't actually sit totally flush with the back of the battery pack, so I was worried that when braking that this was going to, rotate back and not be super firm, but it holds up extremely well. Taking it on roads and on trails, and you can get some nice, good braking leverage there, and the front pads are great for accelerating as well. So yeah, that's my unboxing for the ET Max. I will be doing first impressions kind of video with several of my friends. They'll be coming over to try this wheel, so we'll get their first impressions, and I'll give you my sort of first impressions after riding it for about 20 miles yesterday after I finished the unboxing. But overall, I'm really loving this wheel. It seems like it's a great combo or go-between between the Master and the EX30. It's just as heavy as the EX30, but you don't feel it either when you're riding or when you're, just wheeling it around or lifting it up. The weight distribution makes it so that it's really nice to move around. The weight is not an issue, but you have plenty of power too. Other than that, I'll just say the build quality is incredible. I am only enjoying this wheel. The only negative thing is, as expected, this handle doesn't seat entirely properly and has no clip or anything to hold it down. So when you go over bumps, it makes a sound that at first I thought was the suspension topping out, but in fact the suspension is totally fine. It came stock at 100 psi, and I've left it there, adjusted it to my liking. It's very nice suspension. It's not quite as cloud-like as the EX30, for example, and seems to have a little more resistance to it. So I think it'll be appropriate for larger drops or stairs or things like that if you're into that, and it doesn't require a ton of PSI. So yeah, the handle not sticking down is the only thing that I don't like about the quality of this wheel, and I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's a gorgeous wheel. Stay tuned. I will put out that first impressions video and some ride footage and a longer review in the near future. I'm also going to be putting out a video comparing all of Begode's wheels from the Master to now, as I own all of them. So you will see that from the M10-4 to the A2, the Master, EX30, and then up to here. I don't have a Master Pro, so that won't be part of it, but I'll get all of the other Begode wheels. And I guess I don't have the Extreme. So I'll be reviewing the majority of Begode's lineup. So stay tuned for those, and I will see you guys later.